It's another video by the Alex.
Oh, that's lazy, Alex. This is how you do an intro.
Hello everyone, this is Chaviman. Ugh! Damn it, I can't see a thing in this.
Yes, it is another video by me with the... Ooh,
Professional.
you get to hear it twice. With the lazy introduction because I couldn't be bothered to add all the stuff on.
Laziness gets you nowhere. It just gets you, well, fat, maybe? I don't know.
Now, no doubt I am going to get some negative comments below this video.
Well, you couldn't possibly have said something dumb this time, Alex. I couldn't possibly know why you would get such negative comments in the comment section and responses. I mean, I just don't know why.
But I felt I kind of needed to comment on it because the latest Sci 10 Atheist video, which I think is... Let me find out.
I guess laziness also means you have a lack of preparation. Come on, Alex. I would have told you this already. Come on. I make up my words on the spot. I don't use scripts. Come on, Alex. It's not hard to remember what video you're responding to. Just use some, I don't know, bullet points or something. It's not hard. I mean, already you can see how this is going, people. I mean, how long have I got?
Please grab my computer and have a look. It's one of his Quran gangbang series. Quran gangbang.
I wandered lonely as a cloud, necking mushrooms rarely found.
Episode 5, Koyashi Defense League.
So you finally found what the episode was. Good.
Has a character in it. Let me just find the beginning and you'll see who it is. So, this character here, on the right, on your side I think it'll be.
Yes, that is who I think it is. That is a caricature of Tommy Robinson, and...
Here, this guy is a representation of Tommy Robinson, who is the leader of the UK version of Pegida, which is a racist organisation that originated in Germany.
Now, I don't know an awful lot about the German organisation, but just looking at Wikipedia, which I know Wikipedia can be biased, but it lists all their manifesto points, so let's go and take a look, shall we? And it says here that Pegida approves, number 1, approves the right of asylum for war refugees and politically persecuted people, advocates the inclusion of the right and duty to integration into the German constitution, advocates the decentralised acceptance of refugees and torture victims instead of often poor quality refugee centres, suggests creation of a central refugee agency for a fair allocation of immigrants among countries of the European Union, demands a decrease in the ratio of asylum seekers per social worker from a current number of 200 to 1, suggests modelling German immigration policies after those of the Netherlands and Switzerland, and demands an increased budget for the Federal Office for Migration and Refugees to speed up processing of applications, demands an increase in funding for the police, demands enforcement of all asylum laws including expulsion, mentions zero tolerance towards criminal refugees and immigrants, states that Pegida opposes a misogynistic and violent political ideology but does not oppose Muslims in country have integrated into society, supports an immigration model like Switzerland, Australia, Canada or South Africa, which is what they said before, states that Pegida supports sexual self-determination, argues for the protection of Germany's traditional Judeo-Christian culture, supports the introduction of referenda, as in Switzerland, opposes weapon exports to radical and non-permitted groups such as the PKK, although, as an aside, people, I think the PKK probably do need those guns because them and the rest of the Kurdish army are kind of important against the fight against ISIS, but nah, that's my opinion. Opposes parallel societies and parallel jurisdiction in our midst, for example, Sharia courts, Sharia police, Sharia magistrates, or Friedensrichter, which is in German, etc., which could be anything as well, it doesn't have to be Islamic. 17 states that Pegida opposes gender mainstreaming and politically correct gender neutralisation, and that's a very long German name, of our speech indicates that Pegida opposes any radicalism, whether religious or politically motivated. It says that Pegida opposes hate preachers, has prediger, regardless of religion. And that's their manifesto, 19 bulleted position statements. I'm not seeing anything racist there. I mean, I'm not going to deny there's racism, probably is. A lot of these movements, the rank and file tend to be like that, while the higher ups tend not to be so. That's what I've noticed. Some of them do, it depends. They attract a lot of people, but then again, a lot of extreme left-wing organisations attract people you would not want to associate yourself with. So I don't get your point, Alex. I don't get it.
And he used to be the leader of the English Defence League in the UK.
Yes, he did. And do you know why he left? From what he said during this BBC documentary, it was actually behind the scenes. He and this, I don't know if he's an imam or an expert on Islam, went around talking and debating with each other about their different viewpoints, and then they went to meet Majid Nawaz, and Majid Nawaz talked to Tommy Robinson, and that inspired Tommy to leave the EDL, and also it kind of changed the way he was thinking. And he also claimed that he was leaving because it was infiltrated by far-right extremists who he sees as the same as Muslim extremists. So that's why he left. That's in his words. You could take it however you want. I prefer to take it with a grain of salt myself, but do go on.
And in this video, he's presented as the voice of reason.
Okay. And that's a problem because?
Which, to me, doesn't seem right. It feels a little bit like there's a bit of an ugly taste in my mouth.
Well, that's your opinion, but if you've noticed what these extremists have been talking about, you quickly realise that he does sound reasonable in comparison, and I think that's what Saiten was trying to do in his video. Plus, in comedy, we always have these characters who are flawed in some way. It doesn't matter if they're sexist, racist, or just thoroughly unlikable. Somehow you always relate to them, and that's a comedic device. He was using dramatic effect, if anything. It doesn't matter. It could be anyone, and it would still work in that context. But whatever. I guess the history of British comedy is lost on you.
I kind of started watching it thinking, okay, he's going to get his comeuppance at some point. He's going to be, turned around and made into a figure of fun. But it didn't happen.
Look at his caricature. He's clearly being made fun of anyway. That's Saiten. What he's saying may not be getting his comeuppance or anything, but look at him. He's like a little dwarfish kind of figure in that video, and he has a really bad London accent. He's still being taken the mickey out of, whether you like it or not. And just because what he's saying is the voice of reason doesn't make that bad. That doesn't mean that Saiten has jumped the shark. If anything, Saiten's doing what he always does, so I fail to see what the problem is. That character there is basically mouthing off what Saiten thinks about the religion, really. But whatever, what do I know, eh, people?
So I don't quite know what to think of that.
Well, don't like it then. If you don't want someone who you are politically opposed to from being a voice of reason, being the voice of reason, don't like it. So what? He's politically opposite to me in many regards, but I don't care if he was the voice of reason in that particular episode. I'm sure there'll be one eventually where Saiten rips him to shreds. It probably will happen if he says something silly. That's what Saiten does. Nobody is above comedy or criticism with Saiten. Go and watch some of his other videos about Christians rather than Islam if you don't like it.
It does concern me that Saiten Atheist is using a known racist.
He may be anti-Islam, but Islam is not a race. Muslims aren't a race. Muslims can be European, Asian, they can be Pacific Islanders even. They're literally a worldwide community of sorts. Well, different communities within the community, but you know what I mean, people. There are Bosnian Muslims, there are Chinese Muslims in Xinjiang province. I forget its name, people. Excuse the pronunciation, my Chinese followers. The Muslims in Greece, probably, from leftovers of the Ottoman Empire. There's the Turkish Muslims are not the same as the Arab Muslims because they're different peoples, different ethnicities. There are Kurdish Muslims, African Muslims, all sorts of different Muslims. It's not a race, it's an ideology. The Muslim is simply the noun we use to refer to someone who follows that religion. That's what it is. It's not a race. He's not being racist to them. He's being critical of their ideology. Whether he's right or wrong about it is up to you, of course. It's up to us to discern what he's saying is right or wrong.
As the voice of reason in a video. And, yeah.
You know, you could provide examples of him actually being racist, and then maybe you would have a point, but you're just strawmanning him at this rate, really. I mean, did you even watch his interview with Sargon? Or have you seen him on the BBC? Have you seen him on Channel 4 or anything like that? Have you watched videos of him? Have you watched or read stuff? I mean, I don't know, just give me something. There's no use just saying he is this, believe me. I am right, you are all wrong. Because what if you're wrong?
Let me know what you think below, and no doubt a lot of people tell me I'm a terrible social justice warrior for even daring to criticise somebody.
No, don't go crying now about how, oh, I criticise someone, they're calling me names. No, they call you a social justice warrior because that's what you are. This is what they do. They defend barbaric religions and attack the people who criticise them. Even if these people might be scumbags or have a scummy past, it doesn't matter, does it? You're still criticising the one person who's criticising this thing that is an actual threat, but whatever. We don't do it because you criticise someone. You're free to criticise us, just as long as it's fair and you actually have evidence to back it up, and we can agree, okay, that is a fair point. But no, you just bullshitted about something that you didn't like, something subjective, really, isn't it? So your argument is moot. It is moot. And that's the end of his crappy video, people. He has another one about the atheist community as a whole, which I might get to at some point, but I need to put another video out before I do that one, because I don't want to oversaturate it with Alex. So, yeah. See you later, people. I've got nothing else to say.